and then we fall. Can the tides calling, calling through it all? Titans watching, waiting. Once rivals, now we sit patient. At the end of the world, where will we be? Immortality is calling. They'll speak our names forever. Gonna build an empire. Twin pillars, the east and the west, scorch our names in the dirt. They're calling us in. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? At the end of the world, where will we be? Immortality is calling. They'll speak our names forever. Eclipse the world together. Gonna build an empire. Build an empire. Take the world by fire. Gonna build an empire. This is what we've been waiting for. They don't know we've been keeping score. This is our destiny. Can you hear the calling? At the end of the world, where will we be? Immortality is calling. Speak our names forever. Eclipse the world together. Gonna build an empire. Gonna build an empire. Gonna take the world by fire. Gonna build an empire. An empire. An empire.
Take over control. Anytime you leave me, aching in my bones. Morning to the evening, I'll give all of myself, even if it hurts like hell. You'll just love to watch me bleed. Rip my heart, give it a squeeze. Grip my lungs, won't let me breathe. No, you do it 'cause you like to see adrenaline run through my veins. Drink my tears like it's champagne, but I still love what you do to me. Insanity, what you do to me is insanity. What you do to me is insanity. What you do to to the feeling, I'll give all of myself. Don't want anyone else. You just love to watch me bleed. Rip my heart, give it a squeeze. Grip my lungs, won't let me breathe. No, you do it cause you like to see adrenaline run through my veins. Drink my tears like it's champagne, but I still love what you do to me. Insanity. What you do to me is insanity. What you do to me is insanity. Yeah, it's insanity. What you do to me, how you watch me bleed. No, it's not heavenly. Yeah, it's insanity. What you do to me, how you watch me bleed, but it's perfect for me. Insanity. You just love to watch me bleed. Rip my heart, give it a squeeze. Grip my lungs, won't let me breathe. No, you do it cause you like to see adrenaline run through my veins. Drink my tears like it's champagne, but I still love what you do to me. Insanity, it's insanity. What you do to me, how you watch me bleed. No, it's not heavenly. Yeah, it's insanity. What you do to me, how you watch me
Right, guys, welcome to the Esports Club Community Clash. I'm Kaka, with me as always. Well, not as always, but quite often, Fireball. And we will be casting today's matchup, the lower bracket finals between G2R and KAKAO Gaming. And boy, it's going to be a good one. We saw G2R versus Old Gods yesterday. G2R winning that matchup 2-0, but it was too close to comfort for my taste. Especially that second game went on till 40 minutes. There was a lot of back and forth going on. Faisal, I don't know if you got the chance to watch it, but that was one of the series to watch for sure, and I expect more of the same today as well.
Yeah, and coming into the lower bracket finals, all of these teams having a lot of games under their belts already. Everyone would be in their mojo. Everyone would be, all fired up to get this second last match before they can go on to the grand finals tomorrow. And honestly, looking at the series that both of these teams had, it's anyone's call. Both of these teams have been doing so well till now. KAKAO Gaming fell to Asterix. So probably only the best team to go down to. You can never write them down. KAKAO Gaming have been so good, a top tier team for so long. But G2R, they've been looking like a different breed altogether as well. So this is going to be a very hype matchup, and I'm really excited to see how this one will go out. Looking at the event schedule, though, we're almost at the business end of the stage. The main event, which ran from Jan 11 till 18th, which is today, so the last day of the main event, and tomorrow we will have the grand finals. The winner of this game will be taking on Asterix in a best of 5, and all to play for a 3 lakh rupee prize pool. First place taking down 1.5 lakhs, Kaga.
And today's matchup especially, right? Whoever wins, the loser gets 40k, but the winner at least locks in 80,000 rupees. So that's double the amount, right? So that just tells you how much is at stake today. And then if they proceed to win the finals, the bumper prize 1,50,000, that's 50% of the total prize pool as well. And let's look at the brackets as well. Of course, we know Asterisk winning the upper bracket, going straight to the final, so they will have side selection for game 1, I believe, but it's all about the lower bracket round 1, 2 and 3, right? G2R, I mean, they are making the complete run right now. 2-1 against Heaven Remix, 2-0 against Infamous, and yesterday 2-0 against Old Gods. While on the other side, KAKAO Gaming, as you said, losing to Asterisk, probably they are their nemesis at this point. That's the only team that KAKAO Gaming loses to. So they are in the lower bracket finals, seeded directly after losing the upper bracket finals, and that's how we end up here. KAKAO Gaming versus G2R lower bracket finals, and this is going to be a great series.
And it's been quite few days since KAKAO Gaming did play competitively, so I think they're playing after a break of 3 or 4 days. I mean, that can help the players to get some rest as well, or other than that, some people might think that can make you a bit rusty. So let's see how KKG deal with that gap. G2R have been playing these competitive series day in and day out the entire lower bracket run, as you mentioned. So top 5 summoners, one of my favorite players, Booyah, sitting on the top spot, and unfortunately his run in the tournament is done, but still sitting pretty at 68 kills, the top spot. And then we have W from Old Gods, followed by Hamza Haroon, the mid laner from G2R right now. Katrina Bot making his appearance there. He was top spot after the upper bracket final, but then he didn't get any more games to play. As Zahir Khalid excuse me, will finish the list off.
And we do have 2 of the players coming in from today's matchup, right? One of my favorite players, for sure, Hammy, on the Rift again with his explosive playstyle, so that's going to be fun to watch. And Hoka has been the jungler to watch this tournament. Of course, Infi is probably the best jungler, hands down, probably the best player, hands down, not just in his role but as a whole, right? But Hoka is he is feeling great about himself, playing a lot of picks, mastery, Mundo, you name it. So he has been great so far in the series. And just a word on KAKAO Gaming as well. I don't think Copy has played any other series, so he will be back in the starting lineup playing the jungle role. Against Asterisk, KAKAO did line up with Narayan, and I mean, that is sort of a downgrade. I don't think that's any disrespect to him. He did try his best, but when you have your starter player coming in, I think it makes a lot of difference. And there you go. The lineup is out. We are into the champ select. Blue side for KAKAO Gaming, red side for G2R, and here we go.
Really fearless draft again, just reminding the viewers, the team that picks a champion, the champion gets logged out for their team for the entire series. Expect 3 Irelia bans if this game goes to 3 games. Hammy is not getting to play that champion at all. We do see this Lulu ban against Stylish Art quite often, so we're going to continue with that trend. As you mentioned, Copy is back. Let's see, maybe KAKAO Gaming were missing that factor against Asterix, but let's see what he can do tonight, as he will need this practice if they were to go to the grand finals, to just get into the flow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure G2R will be looking to stop any of his advances and secure their place in the grand finals for themselves.
Yeah, and it looks like the plan coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming is to ban out Hammy, but I don't think that's possible. He plays way too many champions. Of course, his Irelia is the standout. Well, it is his champion, right? It is quite customary for the opposite team to ban that out whenever he's on the Rift. And if you don't, he will first pick that and he will defeat you with it. I think he has 100% win rate on that champion, which is quite absurd. And those are not really close games as well, right? He just makes it very, very one-sided. As we go deeper into the banning phase, the Udyr is going to see the deck as well, along with the Wukong. Udyr, quite favored by Hoka, did not have a great game yesterday, but before that he was very good on that champion. And a Cassiopeia first pick, which looks like the meta for our Indian teams right now. We have seen the Unseen Blade pick it up first as well. Now we look at Savage pick it up first as well. I really don't think it's that great of a champion that you need to first pick it, while the Ashe, the Lulu, the Gwen, which has been meta for quite a while as well, open, and the Galio is going to come in as well for the side of Coin Flipper. It seems like he has been playing that champion in the support role, doing quite well as well. Played it against Ruo's Brom, did end up dying, I think, early on, but then he was a menace in the team fight. So far, good draft coming out from both the sides. And let's next.
I mean, the scene really loves their AP scaling champions who go into the late game. The Cassiopeia, the Gwen, you can put in the Mordekaiser in there as well sometimes.
I
think that is a good play. I think it's definitely harder to itemize against heavy AP compared to heavy AD, as most of these games do go into the deeper territory 28 minutes, 30 minutes. By that time, these champions have like 2.5 items, maybe 3 items, and they do start dishing out a lot of damage. Going with the theme of scaling, we have the Corki picked up as well, so becomes an absolute monster after 2 items. The amount of damage that he deals, the true damage built into his passive as well, definitely helps out in killing any tanky members. Going to the second phase of draft, the Mordekaiser being taken away from the top lane, dead Corporal, as it will be followed up by a Malphite ban from the side of KAKAO Gaming. Gnar being taken out, so top lane getting a bit of focus, and why shouldn't it? Dead Corporal deserves all the respect that he is getting. One of the top laners in the region for a very, very long time. And had a few stints all over the place, though. Was ADC for some time, then didn't swap to jungle. Then finally, I think he's back to his comfort position.
Yeah, I think top lane is where he belongs, and rightly so. He plays a very mean top lane. But speaking of which, we do see 4 top lane bans, as you pointed out. The Cho'Gath I have to talk about yesterday. Hades, also known as Manny on that Cho'Gath, single-handedly won his team the game, got triple kill, got a solo kill, stole the dragon soul, stole the elder dragon, like you just name it and he did it all. As we see, the Garen is going to get logged in against the Cassante. Now I'm not too sure about that one, as Cassante can get pretty tanky, and it's a champion that you can't really one shot. And I see the a pattern coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming, that is, very low range dive heavy champions coming in. So the Galio and MF actually work pretty well against these sort of champions, where you can land the multi-man taunt
Galio's
and
going
then follow
mid.
it up with a bullet time. Oh yeah, looks like it is going mid. Okay, that is something I don't think we expected. I don't think I've ever seen Hammy play that Galio in the mid lane, but they think the Soraka will do better. So sort of just baiting out the Brom, and they are going to punish him in the laning phase. As you can already see, the range coming out from Corki and Brom, it's not going to match what MF and Soraka bring to the table.
Yeah, and I don't think Galio does all that well against a Cassiopeia in lane to justify that mid lane swap. As Galio MF
Yeah, but
combination in itself is so strong against.
Exactly. And Galio is just overall a very strong champion, right? You don't need to win your lane to win the game with that champion. So I think it's fine, especially if you can, use your R, the heroic entrance onto whoever copy targets. I think that's a pretty dead Nocturne whenever he jumps in. So it makes sense. They do get a winning lane out of it, so I don't mind too much. But based on the drafts, what do you think happens in the game, and who do you favor in this one? We'll ask the chat as well later on, but for now, Faisal, let's get your prediction on the draft.
I mean, we have clear engages for the sides in the Galio and in the Nocturne. I think the Nocturne engage is slightly better compared to the Galio. But then after that, for this Garen, Cass, and Corki to follow up, I think it's going to be a little difficult because Galio will the Nocturne will obviously try to jump the back line. So to dissuade the front line, that is the Cassante and the Galio himself, it's gonna be a little difficult for the side of KAKAO Gaming to navigate around that. Brom's very good at keeping his carry safe, but I don't know how much he can do to keep these front line, especially Cassante with all these dashes and all, keep him away from the Corki and the Cass for them to deal any meaningful damage.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely correct. And even the Brom, even with his shield up, the Gwen can just melt all of these champions, the tank champions, with her, snip coming in. It's just, it's a very disgusting champion if she gets ahead. So, and we have seen that time and time again as well. So yeah, I do like what G2R have brought to the table. I would have liked for sure one more engaged sort of champion from their side, maybe the Rel or something else in the jungle, but man, the Gwen wins a lot of games for these guys, so why not pick that up? And for the other side, KAKAO Gaming, they have picked a very low range comp, and I sort of feel the Garen is pretty out of place in this draft.
Yeah, but Garen, one of those champions, just press E and you kill everything that is in front of you. Can never count him out. And it is Dead Corporal that we're talking about. I'm pretty sure he would have played this exact matchup like a million times before in his solo queue games. If he has picked that, he would have done so with some sort of confidence. And we'll see how that one goes. But I still believe Cassante should be pretty fine in that lane at least. A lot of the success of KAKAO Gaming does rest on Dead Corporal's shoulders as well. Their entire game just depends on how Dead Corporal's lane went. If he is ahead, most of the times KAKAO Gaming just win the game very easy. If he is behind, they struggle quite a bit to finish the games off, or sometimes even just straight up lose. And I think it depends a lot on Dead Corporal's shoulders to play this Garen and get himself ahead.
Yeah, 100%. No matter where he plays, I think it is sort of their win condition. If Dead Corporal is ahead in the jungle, in the ADC role, has played mid as well, I'm pretty sure, now playing the top lane. So wherever he goes, if he gets ahead, then it usually looks really good for the side of KAKAO Gaming. But we did see him play the Vayne against RTO's Mordekaiser. Did not have the best game. Did win, well, not win his lane, I would say, but did pretty fine in lane, and that's sort of expected from a Vayne anyway. Did pick the on as well, was not at his best. But enough about Dead Corporal. Let's just jump into the game and find out who is going to take this game one as we are on to the Rift. And just looking at the runes right here, pretty standard for all of them right now. You don't see a lot of ignites coming in as well, so nothing cheeky. There is a ghost on the side of Dead Corporal though on the Garen.
Yeah, double TP for the side of G2R. Cassiopeia will be on the side lane duties. I mean, Garen with the phase rush, with the ghost, I think that is kind of necessary to keep these champions under his range.
Yeah.
All of these champions have some sort of a dash and misfortune just fast inherently. So I don't think Garen can catch these champions without that phase rush plus ghost. So he has to go that route as he will find the Cassante in the tribush, push him out, get a deep ward in, and be done with that. Both the junglers starting on the opposite side of the maps will take their blue buffs and look to match on the opposite side as Dead Corporal goes straight up for the proxy level 1 as he does not want to get pushed in and does not want to get any damage onto his turret.
Yeah, and he's directly going to try to proxy the wave. I think it's a little bit too early for that. But if he feels confident, then why not? As we see, very standard start coming in. Stylizard going to miss out on his Q right there. Fancy feed from Khubeb. The Gatling gun keeps coming from the side of Love 2, so he will have to watch out for his mana. Savage hits level 2, but unto death, stepping up. So the Q misses from the Cassiopeia and she can't really get a good trade. But having said that, the another one connects and look at the HP bar already down to around 30-40% HP for Hammy in the mid lane. But I think that those are just the early levels. Once the W gets leveled up, as hold on to that thought that Silas Art is going to connect his Q, but just a lot of damage traded,
Yep.
towards both of them. I think the Corki might be in trouble, might have to burn his flash. Okay, saves his flash, burns the barrier instead. That's going to be an exchange, and that was pretty good. And
Oh
look
my
at
god,
Dead
Dead
Corporal being
Corporal
nuisance.
takes away the big chickens for the side
the
of
whole
Gwen.
camp there.
Flash out from Copy to get the fear off onto Gwen. The fear is ticking now. That might just be the end of it with the silence coming in clutch. Could not use the dash over there, and first blood being picked up by this Copy Dead Corporal jungle top duo, and they are just dominating this top side of the map already. Dead Corporal getting that proxy, getting the chickens out of Hoka as well, and now Copy will pick up the red buff essentially, and now I think he will look to run directly to his red to get triple buffs and avoid Hoka to get those buffs for himself.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that was a pretty great setup for the side of Dead Corporal and Copy, getting the red buff, punishing the Gwen as well. I do believe Dead Corporal had picked up the whole Raptor camp as well, so essentially denying two camps. As you see Hoka now taking the Raptor camp, he might get into trouble once again, but Copy is way too low. I don't think he can contest at all, and Savage might be in trouble right here, but Hammy taking a lot of damage.
Hammy just
That's a
walks
solo
up.
kill. Yeah, he just walks up and he walks on the miasma, so he's not even able to flash away. That was a huge misplay coming out from the side of
Yeah.
Hammy.
Well, Gwen's gonna equalize everything as she did get the Raptor camps for herself, and now getting the damage onto the red buff. Well, the bot lane of I think KKG, because they were at a disadvantage because of that earlier trade, they were not able to push out, they were not able to come into the jungle to help out his jungler Copy. As Hoka now gets stunned up, the ignite is taking the lowest, taking the Soraka coming in clutch with those heals, as that will make sure Hoka survives, and Dead Corporal flashing away from this blow that would have taken him down. Flashes traded in the top side, but yeah,
but Nocturne's
Gwen,
in now.
I think with the 0 mana on that Cassante, that's going to be an easy kill to be picked up.
Yeah.
Copy is going to take that one. As the dragon has spawned, let's see if the Gwen wants to go for that at the moment, and looks like he does. As they did spot Nocturne on the top side, but boy, this Soraka already starting to become a problem.
Yeah, and G2R just love their early dragons, and look at this Hoka doing it without priority anywhere, so that is pretty risky. Might get spotted by Style is Art, and that is going to happen. Savage making his way towards that dragon pit might end up going down here. Good flashes coming out from both the mid laners as Hoka is going to try and chase this one out. Savage goes down to 1 to death. Nocturne is there as well, but I don't think he can add anything to the team fight. Stylizard is going to die as well, and that will be Dragon. And a couple of kills picked up for the side of G2R,
I
who
mean,
have come back pretty well into the game.
the spacing was just all over the place for the Cassiopeia. Why are you in melee
Yeah.
range of a Galio? You can just. I'm pretty sure if he just kept his distance and spammed him with his E, he could have just killed Hammy again, like the last time near Raptors. Ends up paying for that, now equalizing the mid lane essentially, and the Galio, with the luxury of his just bonkers base stats, can build his magic resist and still do a lot of damage, and should be feeling good. All across the map, 3 kills to 3, the bot side of G2R with those 3 kills, mirrored by the top side of KAKAO Gaming sitting on 1 kill each. CS numbers pretty close all across. Well, the mid lane you would expect the Cassiopeia to have a lot more CS, as Galio will pick up that wave
Yeah.
under his turret. 6.5 minutes in, gold is pretty much dead even. First blood under KAKAO Gaming's belt for that feat of strength, as both of the teams have 1 out of 3 for the mythic monsters.
Yeah, and Dead Corporal now getting chased out by this Cassante. Knockup does not land. The wave is yet to come in for the side of Manny, so I think he can afford to do that. Just push the Garen out, and there you go. He has done exactly that. Look at the minions going on towards the top side of the map. So that's a pretty bad state for Dead Corporal. He might end up missing a few minions right there. A pretty even game so far, as you can see the goal difference as well. Barely anything there. Only 100 right now. But yeah, the plays coming in clearly. Gwen wants to play for the bot side while the Nocturne is playing for the top and mid, and that's the state of the game. But the Brom has gone down twice, but I don't think it's significant. Right now, the Corki has kept up in the CS department as well, as he has picked up the hardbound axe and a tier for himself. So a lot of scaling coming in for the side of KAKAO Gaming. The tier picked up by the mid laner as well, and we now go into a sort of a lull state where the objectives are still down, and you can see Nocturne going to pick up the enemy team Raptor as Hammy just is punched in, and this
Opponent
Garen
Dead
does not
Corporal
have flash.
taking a lot
But he
of
has Ghost.
damage. Ult being used by the Cassante goes all
The Nocturne
out,
is
but
here.
here comes Copy to help his buddy out. The ultimate is available,
Oh,
but Dead
that's a 1 for
Corporal
1.
just goes into the range of the turret. I think he wanted to save his ultimate for the last hit. Could have just used it for the damage, let Copy pick up the kill, save his life as well, but it is what it is. The wave's in a middle spot as well, so it's not like Cassante loses out on a wave. Great 2-man ult coming in by Savage in the mid lane. That is surely means Gwen goes down, but Savage ran out of mana at the very end. Very, very unfortunate, as Hoka will pick up that kill for himself. Stylizard going dangerously low.
Oh,
Gwen
that's such a big misplay.
just dashes into the turret, gives away his kill. I mean, at least it was to the Brom, as Love 2 about to solo kill the Misfortune, trading flashes. I mean, Love 2 could have flashed to get that kill, decided it is not worth his time to do that, and so that's a flashless Misfortune sitting in the bot lane. Would you have flashed for that? I think with the wave coming in, the wave that you would have denied
Yeah,
from
but
the
the
Misfortune.
MF did have her barrier up as well, so I'm not too sure. Maybe just saving the flash and getting hers is the correct play here. But what happened in the mid lane for Hoka? He decided to dive the Brom, ends up just giving his life, and that makes it a 1-for-1 trade. While it could have just been a very clean 1-0 and a couple of plates as well for the side of G2R, just being a bit overzealous. And still, I mean, look at this. He is stepping out of bound way too far right now. Of course, the whole team is there. The smite will secure the Raptor there,
This is
but the
gonna be
red
the
buff is here
second
now.
red buff in a row.
Yeah, but the Corki is moving. I think Hoka might be in trouble. Does not have the Ghost, does not have the ultimate as well. And Nocturne is getting his paranoia pretty soon in like...
Copy
Yeah,
flashing
there you go.
forward. I mean, this is just a split map play. Why are two members in the mid lane when you're trying to invade and steal the red buff off of your enemies? Just losing three members for nothing. They did not get anything except the Raptors camp. I don't know even
Yeah.
if they picked up that, but still,
No,
like, if
Hoka
you are
is just
going,
very greedy.
if you're going for these plays, make sure that you get numbers into the enemy territory. You're still going into the enemy's jungle. It's not like it's gonna be for free. You saw the Corki was there, copy using his flash aggressively, gets the
Yes.
kills for himself, just tells like get out of my jungle. Goes about 20 CS ahead of Hoka already, 2-0 and 4, putting in
Yeah.
absolute massive shift right now.
And that's going to be 6 grubs as well for the side of KAKAO Gaming. 2-0 and 4 on copy, and you can clearly see how much his team has missed his presence in the jungle. Just playing really well so far. Did secure the first blood stack on that feats of strength as well. And yeah, Hoka is just playing with fire by invading so deep again and again, where he does not really need to, without vision, without ghost, without ultimate. Like, it does not make a lot of sense. The Galio did not have his ultimate available as well to cover the jungle. Gwen, now it seems like it will be another trade of objectives. But if you are, in the side of KAKAO Gaming, you are taking that any day of the week, getting those 6 grubs in and giving out the dragons, and now you can contest the dragons as well. But what it does is it enables that first turret take, as well as we see a huge trade coming in towards the bot side. But the Nocturne is coming now, and
Oh
he might
my
get a double
god.
kill.
Copy at the right place at right time every single time. Fight breaks out in the top lane, you will hear paranoia and darkness. Fight breaks out in the bot lane. Copy is there again helping his laners out. Goes 3-0 and 5. Makes sure his ADC stays alive. Kills the bot lane of G2R, and he is starting to develop some sort of a jungle gap already at 13 minutes, and that is reflecting in the gold as KAKAO Gaming now go almost 4,000 gold ahead compared to G2R. They just need one more mythic monster or need to take down one turret to complete their feats of strength as well, and truly sitting in the driving seat at this early game of the first match.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure why Soraka and MF would try to all in the Corki right there, especially without vision. You know what the Nocturne can do. He can jump on you from screens away. So committing that hard, I think that was a huge mistake, especially considering the MF did not have the flash available to her, while the Corki did. Oh, wait, the Corki did not, but he had the Valkyrie to get out of that situation. So that was a huge misplay, and they
Yeah.
pay for it dearly.
He used the Valkyrie to get out of Misfortune's ultimate, but then he had nothing left to get away from Nocturne, and he has completed his Stride Breaker. 6 more jungle monsters, and he'll finish his jungle item as well. As looking at the mid lane, Cassiopeia has started stacking that Rod of Ages nicely. The tiers almost done as well, is working towards that Seraph's Embrace. Cassiopeia obviously does not need to build boots. Well, she cannot build boots, and I think the feats of strength compensation for Cassiopeia is pretty significant as well, just because she can't build boots. When she gets feats of strength, she gets so many stats, the movement speed, and I think that got micro patched as well because it was just so broken,
No,
so not as
I
strong.
think it's going to get patched next patch, I think. But
Okay.
yeah. But the Soraka is
Soraka
in trouble, and she's
trouble.
going to go down now. It looks like surely, right?
Paranoia about to come back. Soraka goes out of vision. Nice silence being used there to make sure Copy is not able to
Dead
get the
Corporal
last
stole
hit.
the red buff right there.
Dead Corporal got the red buff. Let's see if he can make the great escape. Does have another blast cone available from him. Just running circles around the top side jungle of G2R, and oh my god, he will use his ghost and will actually get away without having to use his flash as well. Absolute clown music playing in the background as that chase happens, and what G2R were trying to do with KAKAO Gaming with 2 members, Dead Corporal just did it and came back in the middle of 3 enemies.
Yeah, and that had significant repercussions as well. The whole team was trying to chase the Garen
Oh my god.
as he flashes in, might be able to kill the Gwen. There you go, he's going to do that. And the mid turret was picked up as well for the side of KAKAO Gaming, so they have the feet stacked up already. They get it. They can get the upgraded boots now as Dead Corporal flashes in, finishes off the Gwen with his ultimate. And Hoka is just not having a great game on this Gwen.
I don't think anyone's having a great game from the side of G2R as they're just struggling throughout the map. Hoka 1 and 4, so unlike him, sir, like he does so well usually, absolutely getting destroyed by copies Nocturne in this match. As the big skirmish in the top lane, Dead Corporal realizing he does not win that fight,
beautiful.
trying to run away, no flash, no ghost available, cannot keep the distance with the Iceborne Gauntlet in the pocket of the Cassante. Will go down, solo kill there, so even though Dead Corporal is very strong, does not have any defensive stats, so needs to be careful around the Cassante. Cassante gets the double buff,
Yeah.
will start dealing some damage to the turret. And
Yeah, huge shutdown for the Cassante, and he might end up getting the the top
first is
turret.
taken already in
Yeah.
the mid, and they have completed the feats of strength. So, fun fact, if you complete feats of strength, your win rate just jumps astronomically. I think there is a feat of strength win rate percentage of about 70% for the team that gets it. So KAKAO Gaming already feeling really good as they are truly dominating this map. 4,000 goal lead at 16 minutes, Kaka. It's just absolute insanity.
Yeah, it's been a mismatch so far, especially in the jungle role. Just copies dominating Hoka so far. You know, he has lost a few cams, but Hoka being so over aggressive has not helped his cause at all. And then Dead Corporal stealing the Raptor so early on, stealing the red buff later, and then flashing in to kill the Gwen. So that didn't help as well. But the third dragon, the soul point, it looks like will be picked up from the side of G2R. So they have that going for them, but it's very unfortunate that it's the Chemtech soul.
Chemtech soul of all things.
So it won't make the most difference as Dead Corporal is pushing towards the top side. Double buff on Cassante, but he decides not to chase that. The bullet time is going to come down from the MF to clear the wave. Savage Stylizard
Ronald onto
flashes in.
Soraka, followed up by the Nocturne,
Dead.
completely taken out in an instant. Soraka will go down. A copy showing no signs of holding back as they do run down Hoka as well. Galio comes in very late trying to save the members, is doing a lot of damage. Flash ult by Cassiopeia misses, no stuns, will get the slow though, will allow them to take down the Galio. Dead Corporal from the background taking a lot of turret hits, but is like surprised to misfortune, puts the Damasian sword through her head, and that's 4 kills for nothing for the side of KAKAO Gaming, hammering away at this tier 2 turret. But I think they will be looking to get those resets so they are back in time for the Atakan spawn, which will be spawning in the bot lane in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, and let's get a replay of that. I think that fight was very well played from the side of KAKAO Gaming. Stylizard flashing and engaging onto the Soraka, who did not have her flash available. So if the Soraka dies first, I think that sort of game anyway. The Gwen dashes in, gets caught by copies, Stride Breaker right there as you saw it. Then the stacks start to come in, and Brom in these sort of team fights can just do damage. And that's exactly what happened. Hammy coming in with the heroic entrance. Did not work out for him as the Petrifying Gaze comes in as well from the Cassiopeia. And look at the blinking HP bar from Stylizard. He is able to run away, although his shield was in the opposite direction. Dead Corporal comes in from behind, finishes off the MF as well. So as you said, 4 kills for nothing. It's looking very one-sided in this game, one from the side of KAKAO Gaming.
Definitely is like a complete mismatch in the skill level. So a team coming off from the upper bracket finals and another team who made their way till here from the lower brackets, but still the difference in quality is very striking. They go 8,000 gold lead in 19 minutes. Uh, Rift Herald up for grabs. Atakan about to spawn in a few seconds as well. Let's see if G2R can bring it back somehow, or is it going to be more of the same? As Savage finds himself in a world of trouble. Good ultimate onto the Gwen, but getting collapsed by 4 members is not going to be able to
Yeah,
survive that.
that is so questionable. Why is Savage pushed up so far up on the Cassiopeia? It's not like he can duel, these guys 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3. So just finding himself below the tier 2 turret in the top side of the map, uh, that is just very questionable decision
Without a
from
flash
him.
as well. Fight
Yeah,
breaks
I mean,
out
that
here
makes
in
no
the
sense.
bottom quadrant though, as Copy will run down the Soraka. Soraka not getting to heal their carries. Double kill picked up by the Corki. Copy going in with the double buffs. Red Corporal joining in the fray. Casante is gonna be history anytime soon. There you go. So KAKAO Gaming, another team fight victory is gonna allow them to transition into this Atakan, as Savage will teleport into the top lane, does not have to be here just because his team just won a team fight. He can keep pushing that top side, and I didn't get which Atakan it was, so it's the Ruinous
It,
Atakan.
it's it, yeah, it's the one that gives you 25% more buff
XP.
duration or whatever, and the XP by dropping the blood petals. But this
Yeah.
game, Faisal, has been so one-sided. You look at the goal lead, 21 minutes, it's almost 10,000. There you go, it will be 10,000 pretty soon. And G2 are just not looking like themselves in this game one. When you think of Hammy, you think of champions that he can solo kill you with, and Galio is definitely not that sort of a champion. So I think they will go back to the drawing board in the next one and think where it went wrong, especially in the draft phase. Um, yeah, it does not look like the team that played yesterday.
Definitely, or maybe the other teams are like, it just shows Kakao Gaming is just levels above everyone else in the lower bracket at least, and it is showing. But boy, Copy joining in this team has made a world of
Oh
difference. In
yeah.
the previous tournaments as well, we saw Kakao Gaming. They would still struggle sometimes in some aspects, like either they will not be able to finish the games. I think that was a huge problem for them for the longest time. They would get these goal leads, but just they will take 10-15 minutes extra to finish the games out, or they will just they were dropping a few games, a few maps against these lower bracket teams as well. But now, at least in the first game, the first impression of Copy coming in, they look like a completely different kind of an animal.
Yeah, I mean it's a stomp, right? So, but it is down to Copy and how he has played throughout the game. Still, Deathless so far has the highest assists. I'm pretty sure. Maybe after the Brom, 3 kills, upgraded boots, black lever, stride breaker. So he is looking just really solid. Has the bruiser build going on for himself, so he is quite tanky as well. And of course, if he finds you alone, he is going to one shot you. Minus the Kasante maybe. So this guy has been just levels above anyone else on the Rift. Love to as well, silently having a great game on the Corki 6-0 and 3. Doing really well in the team fights, knows when to go in and when not to. And the Atakan was actually the GA one,
Yeah,
so they can
voracious.
afford to team fight yet again. Yeah, voracious Atakan, so they can afford to team fight again recklessly. Might I add, they can turret dive, they can do whatever they want with this buff, and they just need to make sure that G2R pay for giving up that Atakan.
Yeah, and they really have to fight for this dragon, as this is the soul, and it's gonna be a relatively like very early soul to give away if G2R come, but there's no way with a 10,000 goal lead. There's no world in which Kakao Gaming should be losing a 5v5 team fight right now. So
Oh
I
no,
think
no, no.
G2 are
Not at all.
realizing that, and they're just not even coming to contest for that. And at least they've what they've done with these Sea Dragons, they've bought themselves a world of time before they have to start worrying about soul for Kakao Gaming at least. Rift Herald still up for grabs, as Baron will spawn in 2 minutes. Let's see if Kakao Gaming want to pick up those objectives.
Yeah, looks like Copy is heading there to secure that as well. Just why not, right? just take all the objectives you can. You can pair it up with the Baron buff as well, so I think that's pretty cool. I think we will be able to see that as well. And as you said, I don't think there is any world in which Kakao Gaming lose a team fight. They have 4 carries for themselves. If one of them dies, the other 3 can just pick it up and smash the team fight. So I think that's pretty great. And Garen and Nocturne, specifically are so tanky as well, even with the items build that they have, as the Rift Herald will be picked up for the side of Kakao Gaming. So let's see where they decide to use that. Should probably towards that mid side of the map, but securing all the outer turrets as well. It's only the base that remains for the side of G2R, and they are under immense pressure. The goal lead keeps on increasing every minute. I'm not too sure how they come back into this one.
I mean, they will be praying for a Baron steal or something of that sort, and then even after that, they'll probably need multiple Barons for themselves just to equalize the goal lead and turtle in, and it's just looking dire for them. I think this game's done already. G2 are just focused on the next one, as disheartening as it sounds, but gotta be realistic at some point. It's gonna take an absolute gigantic throw from the side of Kakao Gaming to lose out from this position. They can force the issue. I'm pretty sure they are that far ahead. The item differences are that big, but they're playing methodical, doing the smart thing. Just wait for the Baron to spawn, take that, and take the free victory ahead. Why risk anything? As Savage looks like he will get caught out again, but a great ultimate will keep the Gwen and Braum, the Galio, in their tracks. Still using the flash though, not taking any chances, dragging 2 members towards himself in the bot side. So Gwen nowhere near the Baron, a pretty free Baron for them to pick up, and they look like they're about to just straight up dive Savage now. Galio does have the HP bar to keep tanking forever, as Savage almost outplaying that, making sure the Soraka had to use her ult to make that
but
dive
I
work
don't
out.
think there was any need for Savage to die there when his team is already securing the Baron. You can give up the tier 1 turret at bot. It's not going to mean anything. Like, eventually you are losing it after giving your life as well. So I'm not too sure if he needed to die there, but he does regardless, and I don't think it matters too much.
He almost did outplay that, maybe did not calculate the Soraka ultimate coming in. Maybe was playing for the 1v2 under his own turret, as the Rift Herald is gonna get wasted, unfortunately. But they do open up the base though. The top lane inhibitor taken down, focusing their attention on the bot side now. Unfortunately, because of Cassiopeia's death, the wave is pushing very slowly in the bot side, as now Savage making his way towards the top side again.
Savage has died like at least 2 or 3 times just getting caught in these side lanes, so maybe he should try sticking with the team and just let Dead Corporal split alone, and they can just do something like a 4-1 to end this game out. They do have the Baron buff still, I believe, not on the Cassiopeia but on the other members of the team. So just go towards that mid side, go towards that bot side, secure these inhibitors and end the game. It really should not be that hard with the sort of goal lead that they have right now. So yeah, there you go. The pings are coming in as well. Dead Corporal fighting 2v1 is just going to dive the MF, uses his ultimate, the Ghost as well to get out. Is going to survive. The barrier did come in for the side of Kubeb to survive that one. Gwen pushing the side. Dead Corporal is going to flash in.
Trades his life for the MF. I think they will take that, as the other members have enough damage. But Hoka coming in now gets the shutdown onto the Nocturne. A pretty messy fight, as 3 members are down for both for the side of KKG, and now onto that goes down. So it is a 3-4-3 now. Very messy fight coming in for Kakao Gaming. There was no reason for it to be that close, but they do end up getting the middle inhibitor. They will probably get the bot lane inhibitor as well. Decide to back away, as Sante now taking a lot of damage in him. The turret goes down, so only the Nexus turret and the bot lane inhibitors the real estate available for G2R on this map.
Yeah. And yeah, again, G2 are just not, big enough, fed enough to come back into this game. Even though Kakao Gaming is that one of the, top teams who I think they are the only one who will give you a chance regardless of how ahead they are. As we keep seeing consistently, just took a bad fight as well. Dead Corporal flashing and trading his life for the MF. Don't think that was pretty worth it at all. Yeah, but regardless, this game I think far too gone for the side of G2R, and it's slow but an eventual death.
It's just a matter of minutes now, as G2R should be focusing on the second game so that they don't crash out in spectacular fashion, as KAKAO Gaming have made it look like it's not a competition at all. Absolutely dominating from the early stages of the game. At no point was it looking close whatsoever. G2R just absolutely getting ran through. 13,000 gold behind at 29 minutes. They do have the 3 dragons for themselves, but even for the soul, it was Chemtech Soul. They lost the RNG battle. Triple inhibitors going down. Just the Nexus Terror is surviving as the fight will break down. Dead Corporal just one-shotting the Galio like it's paper. Gwen will do the same in the background to Copy though, so Hoka getting some sort of personal vendetta against Copy after he got pretty gapped, unfortunately, throughout the game. Savage going aggressive, flashing forward, gets a bunch of damage, forcing the members back to their fountains. Nexus turrets going down. The Nexus will follow. 31 minutes. KAKAO Gaming dismantling G2R, putting in a statement performance, ending the game with a 16,000 gold lead. And boy, G2R, they need to come up with a change of plans. Something drastic needs to happen because KAKAO Gaming look like they're gonna make an easy breeze of this series.
Yeah, if the series continues like it has, yeah, it is going to be a very short night for the side of G2R. But as you said, they do need to change the pickups in the mid lane specifically. I think Hammy needs to play something more aggressive or something more scaling, because I don't think Galio is his sort of champion. But Copy, such a big difference maker. Previous series, of course, he was not able to play, but now that he has putting in a performance so great that it makes the enemy jungler looks like a fool, and that's exactly what happened here. Hoka did get back into the game. I do believe he might have been up in gold as well, but that's because he was getting all the side lane farm as well for himself. So just Copy really doing well in this one.
And not just any jungler, Hoka, he is in the top 5 summoners as well, so it's not like he has gapped some no-name guy. Hoka, one of the top junglers in the region, and he just gets absolutely annihilated. Let's have a look at how that happened though in the Nexus knockout moment. So we'll see the early game aggression coming in by the Nocturne in the top lane, the jungle top duo invading early, getting the red buff out of Hoka, getting the Raptors as well. We start off with that, and just trashing all around for this Gwen, not letting her live at all in the early stages of the game. Here I think G2R, they were trying to get the objectives back. They did end up getting it back though, as they got the Raptors, but they just did not get the numbers in. If they want to be doing this, they need to bring in numbers.
100%, and it's a case of just thinking that you are ahead in the game and just invading like you are shitting on the enemy jungler. I don't think that should have happened. I think Hoka was just a bit too aggressive, even by his standards, just trying to invade again and again and again, and he paid for it dearly. And the whole team did. The Soraka ended up losing the flash, so she ends up dying in the upcoming team fights. They'd already die multiple times trying to invade the enemy jungle, so I think that was a huge misstep from the side of Hoka that might have created such a big difference in the jungle and in the gold as well. And this team fight, man, 4 for nothing. The Dead Corporal just using his ultimate and getting out. He was playing between two turrets in the last team fight as well. I don't think this was the last one, but this team fight as well, goes in, flashes in, kills the MF, trades his life for the AD carry. But yeah, just too many carries on the side of KAKAO Gaming. And if you kill one, there's other 2-3 still doing a lot of damage, as we saw in this team fight. The Corki was alive, Savage was alive on the Cassiopeia as well. So yeah, G2 just not being themselves, just being a bit overzealous, and I think they need to tone it down and draft better if they want to stand a chance against KAKAO Gaming, who are looking really, really solid after this game one.
Definitely, as KAKAO Gaming, it's almost like a match between tier 1 and tier 2 teams. There should not be this much of a difference in the lower bracket final, but it looks like the roster changes, Dead Corporal going back to his preferred lane, all of these things just making the stars align for KAKAO Gaming. And I'm pretty sure if they did not face Asterix, they could have easily been in the grand finals. And now, looking at the scoreboard, 30 minutes is what it took for KAKAO Gaming to take down G2R. I'm pretty sure they could have forced the issue if they wanted. If they really wanted, they could have ended the game like 8 to 10 minutes earlier than that. They were already at some 6,000-7,000 goal lead by the end of 20 minutes. As soon as they got that Atakan, they could have gone for the end. Playing it methodical, ending the game with a 16,000 goal lead, 11 towers to 1, losing just that one tower in the bot lane where Savage got caught out. G2R did have the dragons, but that's not gonna do anything when everything else on your scoreboard reads a 0.
Yeah, and I like this slow, methodical, calculated KAKAO. We have seen that they can be very, they can smell the blood basically, and they can be just wonky. They fight a lot. The CS numbers are everywhere as well. But this game, they looked really strong, really coordinated, and as you said, played by the book and won the game in 30 minutes. Let's have a look at the Rift Renegade MVP for this game one. I don't think it should be a surprise to anyone. The guy who was missing in the previous series comes back 3-14. I don't think any of these stats mattered too much. It was about how he dictated the pace of the game, being in the right place at the right time, punishing the enemy jungler, getting all the objectives as well for himself, especially with those 6 grubs, and just helping his team out, getting the lead. So great performance by Copy. That was a jungle difference in game 1, and let's just hope he can keep it up in the coming games as well.
Yeah, another thing to notice is that Copy is a natural top laner that has transitioned into jungle. So I'm a bit worried about the champ pool coming in as well. So he might get banned out in the second game if G2R decide to think in the same direction, as because of the Fearless he can't play the Nocturne again. So let's see if Copy can keep up the same momentum on other champions. I'm really looking forward to that. But this Nocturne was completely out of the mind. Very well deserved MVP performance on his essentially what is the jungle debut on the big stage in the lower bracket final. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back into the second game of the lower bracket final of the Esports Club Community Clash. Be sure that you are here, and we'll see if G2R can bring it back or if it's gonna be Copy and Gang to spearhead themselves into the grand finals.
we will climb. The dust will settle. We will
Right, guys, we are back in the Esports Club League of Legends Community Clash, currently in the lower bracket finals, where G2R unfortunately have gone behind in the series against KAKAO Gaming, who have the upper hand now, it seems like, especially after a very dominating game 1. And Faisal, we want to see different things coming out from G2R in this one for sure, especially in the draft. So we will be jumping into that pretty soon, I'm sure. But what did you make of that game 1? Because KAKAO Gaming looked like a team that we have never seen before, with the same lineup, but Copy just playing so well, and it's so important when your jungler plays well.
Yeah, KAKAO Gaming looking more of their golden days when they were Altar of Kings, the domination they used to bring out in the tournaments back then, showing signs of those. We do have a change coming in the side of G2R, though. Hoka gets dropped, I mean, rightfully so. I think his confidence would have taken a massive hit as well after that first game, and I think it is okay if you have a substitute. These are the moments that you need to use your substitutes for. As G2 are bringing in a new jungler, let's see how Copy fares in this one against Ninja Way. KAKAO Gaming staying on blue side, G2R have opted for the red side yet again. Looking at the bans, taking away the Wukong, so banning out one jungler. Essentially, Copy might get focused for the side of KAKAO Gaming, the same bans. And I think Lulu is, I mean, the stylish art play like a faker level Lulu or what? I mean, I've never seen a team focus champion that, even like a champion like Lulu, so far into the draft. Like, he gets banned every single time. KAKAO Gaming picking up the misfortune for themselves this time, as G2R cannot do that for themselves because of the fearless rules. Let's see what they have planned in this draft to stay alive in the tournament and essentially at least at a minimum double their prize winnings.
Yeah, 100%. And as you said, Ninja Way has come in, so maybe he's going to go on the wide duty.
Oh my god.
Does favor that champion quite a lot. As the Bard first pick comes out, the Scanner is going to come in, so sort of a Ninja Way flavored champion. Scanner is just a very broken champion in my opinion, so great pickup. And that's the difference between the two junglers as well, right? Hoka will try to carry the game, and Ninja will, will try to enable his carry. So that's the sort of difference, and I think they could use a Ninja Way game in this one, when you do have Hammy, when you do have Kubeb, who can carry the games on their own, as well as a Gwen now is logged in for the side of KAKAO Gaming. I am still so astonished by this Gwen priority that the teams in our region put. Like, that's not even a good champion. You can always deny her with point click CC or something like that, but man, it is just what it is, as the Sivir is going to get logged in for the side of Kubeb.
I like this bottle in coming out of G2R, though. Braum, Bard and Sivir. Sivir, I think, is one of those sleeper agent champions. Just because she's not flashy, people tend to sleep on her, but she is one of the strongest ADCs in the current patch. Especially, Riot has been pushing in small buffs for her throughout. I think she got buffed some 3 or 4 patches in a row. She does a lot of damage. The only issue is that mana issue. Till she gets that Essence Reaver, that's all. Yeah. After that, you just have an unlimited supply of mana. Perma pushes, you can't push out a Sivir lane like whatever you do. With the move speed that she gives her team, it's a really good champion all around. I'm a big fan of that Sivir. Just because she's not flashy does not mean she'll not get the job done. Let's see how it works out for the ADC of G2R, as Poppy gets locked in the support role for KAKAO Gaming. Style is art. Now Poppy Misfortune, a very
we don't know that yet, though. We don't know that yet. Dead Corporal can play the Poppy as well himself. I think we have seen his Poppy in jungle, in top lane as well. So I think he's very good at that. The Gwen as well is pretty flexible. Can go top, can go towards the jungle role. So KAKAO Gaming not giving too much away while still picking up champions that are really strong. Um, that's what you like to see as well. The Poppy, I don't think has a really good matchup into the Bard anyway. So let's see if that does happen. While I do think Kakao Gaming might want to pick up the Silas here for the side of Savage. Would be surprising if he picked something like the Oriana and went, even in lane, especially when the Syndra has been picked up so early on.
As the Akali hover comes in, and it looks like Savage is thinking about that. He does play that a lot, but Kakao Gaming just straight up stealing the entire composition of G2R from game 1, swapping the support from Soros. I mean, we don't know if it's a support or what, but G2R, lot of long range champions and a good engaged frontline coming in with the Skarner, but the Galio Jarvan pickup, if that gets locked in, is pretty good, especially with the Poppy as well. You can just knock the enemies into the Cataclysm, and with the Misfortune ultimate in the background as well, Kakao Gaming have drafted some sort of a wombo combo for themselves, and very, very strong composition all around. Already they have that engaged, they have that front line, and they have the damage coming in. I like what Kakao Gaming have gone with.
Yeah, and that's how you draft the Galio as well. You pair it with a engage. You don't make it the engage champion. It's more of a follow-up engage. So the Jarvan, the Camille's, the Zenjaos, all of them work pretty well, where you can go in and then enable the Galio to come in with his ultimate. So I really like the draft coming in from the side of Kakao Gaming. Even the Gwen into the Mordekaiser should be really fine. Once the Gwen can get that Nashor's Tooth and Riftmaker completed, I think she's just going to smash the Mordekaiser in. And yeah, Kakao Gaming have a really, really solid draft coming in this game too. As you rightly said, picking up 3 of the champions from the previous draft of G2R, but the Gwen is going towards the top side and not the jungle role. The other 2 remain the same. And yeah, Kakao Gaming just with a fantastic draft, but it is going to come down to how it is executed in game. If the first pick Bard is able to assert his dominance and do really well, it's going to be a fun game to watch.
I mean, Bard in this situation is a good pick for them. I guess he can, with his ultimate, essentially deny the entire combination of Kakao Gaming. Coming in can buy a lot of time to keep his carries alive. And as the Bard is synonymous with roaming, let's see if Coin Flipper can roam around this rift, try to get his team ahead across the map, as Sivir should be fine with herself. She can just keep pushing in the waves under the turret and be safe for herself, allowing the Bard to roam around with Ninja Way throughout the map to get those objectives and get their pressure in. See how that goes, but still Kakao Gaming will be so high in confidence coming in to this game after what they did in the first one. Copy on his Jarvan now, so after the Nocturne, another great champion who can show his domination across the lanes with his early ganks. Let's see if him and Dead Corporal again try to look for some sort of engages, as the duo of the jungle top was pretty strong in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, and I mean, you rightly said everything, that Copy just having so much influence in the early game on the Nocturne, which is more of a level 6 champion. Once you get the ultimate, you're jumping in, getting the kills. And that's down to Dead Corporal, enabling his jungler as well, getting that prio, proxying the wave so early on, which we were sort of questioning, but then he comes in, steals the Raptor camp, helps get the first blood. Well, he was the one who got the first blood. So yeah, very well done from the top side of Kakao Gaming. Savage did not have the best of the games, that has to be pointed out, but the other 4 really stepped up in that game 1, and let's hope they can continue that coming into the game 2 as well. And from the side of G2R as well, Hammy not having the greatest of games. Hoka, of course, as you rightly said, subbed out for Ninja Way. Hades was not able to make his mark as well on the Cassante, although he did get one solo kill towards that top side of the map. But the draft did not help their cause as much as well, because they were lacking some sort of engage. But now Again, Kakao Gaming just have a really great draft, and it looks like we might just get another Kakao slash AOK versus TOK slash Asterisk series tomorrow.
I mean, it's looking like that. That's a pretty good bet for the guys if we infer anything from the game one. Still, let's see if G2R can bring it back, though Hammy is playing a carry sort of champion this time, at least not doing that Galio duty. Will be playing against the Galio, and let's see if that can be a difference. As we mentioned in the first game, a lot of the success of Kakao Gaming did rest on Dead Corporal's shoulder. Well, in the side of G2R, I think it lies a lot on Hammy's shoulder as well. Every time
Yes.
Hammy does well, usually G2R are the ones to smash their opposition. So Hammy needs to be comfortable, he has a clear play style. Whenever we see Hammy doing well, he'll be sitting in the side lane doing his thing, drag members to him, and just keep
And
wreaking
dominating the
havoc.
laning phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wins the laning phase a lot. He's the one who will get you the solo kills in the laning phase. Will gap the enemy mid laner, which didn't happen in game one, but of course that's down to the Galio pickup as well, and how passive that champ can be once you hit the middle, mid game. But we are going to jump into this game two in potentially the last game that G2R plays if they end up losing. So they would be hoping that they are able to fight back and fight for that 150 prize pool tomorrow. um yeah, but just a very exciting game going to come in. We can see the standard starts coming in as well, standard runes as well, although the Sever is running press the attack. You can run the lethal tempo as well, but I don't think that's going to matter too much, as finally the ignite has been picked up from the side of Dead Corporal, not opting for TP in this game too.
Ghost and Ignite playing for the lane. He did play for the lane in the previous game as well. Went for the Zoomies Ghost phase rush and did work out in his favor quite a bit. Did not need to use his TP all that much, but Savage did struggle a bit in the side lanes. Was caught out multiple times. So again, it looks like Savage on his Galio is gonna be on the side lane duty, as he's the one with the teleport. Lanes pretty standard. Junglers again, mirror startup. They'll be starting on their blue buffs, and I want to see if Copy and Dead Corporal again look to invade into the junglers into the jungle of G2R, but this time looks like it's going to be pretty standard.
Yeah, and now you can already see from the side of Hammy getting that sort of dominance, as we have an all-in at level 2. That Corporal did manage to hit that first. Flash is going to get burned from the side of Manny. The Ignite for the side of Dead Corporal. So the Mordekaiser now has to go back. Can TP in the Ghost is
Dead
being burned.
Corporal,
Dead Corporal might have made a
Dead
mistake here. I'm not
Corporal.
too sure. What the hell was that from Dead Corporal? Just throwing all the lead that he had built for himself by picking the Ignite. And in an Ignite lane, if you end up dying, it becomes very unsalvageable. So that's such a big mistake, and it wasn't even needed.
Gives away the first blood most importantly as well. Essentially, head spear starting the feats of strength race for the side of G2R, and such a free and unnecessary kill to give away. I mean, yeah, if he did get the kill, Mordekaiser would have lost quite a few of minions, but he will just teleport back onto the turret. It's not like the teleport was down as well. So really, the plus sides of making that play were not that much compared to the downsides, and it has gone downhill for the side of Dead Corporal and his Gwen. Let's see if the Mordekaiser
That's
can
a
take
high
advantage
risk,
of
low
that.
reward play right there.
Yeah.
and it turned out to be that way. As you can see, Ninja Way already up towards that top side of the map, has gotten 6 camps for himself, is going to pick up the Scuttle Crab towards the bot side of the map. So both the junglers starting on the opposite ends right now, as Dead Corporal might look for a trade, is going to deal some sort of damage. Everything misses from the side of Mordekaiser, but if the Q connects in isolation, that's going to deal quite a lot. We do see Ninja Way actually looking for a turret dive here. Let's see if they are able to execute this. Never mind, they're just waiting for Dead Corporal to push up. Yeah, Ninja Way is definitely looking for a gank right there. And there you go, he
in
comes.
right now. Dead Corporal does not have his summoner spells to run away.
Oh, nice pull.
Great
That's a dead end
pullback from the Mordekaiser will allow them to take down DC yet again, and now he's gonna lose a lot of minions under his turret as they push that one out. Dead Corporal truly struggling in this lane now, picks up the Gwen with Ignite. Gives away 2 kills in a short span of time. Mordekaiser going 1v1 with Copy right there, as Copy will pick up that kill for himself. 342 gold under his pocket. Copy puts himself on the board, and he needs to stabilize this top lane, or maybe just like completely abandon it, play for the other side. But let's see what strategy he goes with, as bot lanes are holding their own. Misfortune building up quite a bit of CS lead, about a wave for herself before the first recall. Does get the recall in, as Sivir has come back with 2 long swords. Misfortune still thinking what to get. Gets the Dirk. Flash forward
another
from
mistake.
Savage. Flash away by Hammy, outplayed there under the turret, gets a kill for himself again. So solo kills on both the solo lanes for the side of G2R, as they go 3 kills to 1. The Mountain Dragon being started up. Blue side pings are being thrown onto the Dragon Pit, but I think they can't make it in time. Well, the Savior starts to recall, so the damage output is going to decrease significantly. Copy does get into the area with the Poppy in the minimap. We see a fight being broken down. The Dragon still sitting at 1200 HP. Galio ultimate coming in to provide some sort of a disengage, as G2 are being pushed away from the Dragon Pit. The damage numbers are not there yet, as Copy will pick up the dragon for himself. Great engage coming in by Savage, getting the taunt, getting the damage. Copy will clean up, and big play coming by the side of KAKAO Gaming, getting 4 kills for themselves, getting the dragon and not losing anyone behind.
Yeah, and it's a greedy call from the side of G2R. They like to do this quite a lot, getting that early dragon, but they do not have the damage to burn it as fast. Galio, who went down 1v1, had the TP, came back in, had the ultimate as well available, so he could join the team fight. Copy hit level 6. Now he is at 100% kill participation, doing really well on the Jarvan as well, yet again. And yeah, that was a huge miss from the side of G2R, who are still in the game, but it's looking very bad for them.
I mean, almost 2000 gold behind at 7 minutes again. Well, they pick up 1 grub, so they deny the mythic monster point, at least from the side of KAKAO Gaming. So still pretty good, as they are sitting on that first blood.
That
And KAKAO
Corporal
Gaming
just had to use his ghost to get away from the Mordekaiser, because he was running out of mana, as Justice Punch into Galio taunt comes in onto Syndra, who's gonna take half of her HP bar, but the Bard is here as well. Stun is going to miss. The Aftershock tanks the scattered, the weak right there. And yeah, if not for the solo kill, Savage has had a really good game so far, but I think that's expected from the whole KAKAO Gaming. They do like their solo kills. This time though, both of them got solo kill. Did not really
ultimate
matter
being
much.
used.
Sivir using
Love to
ultimate,
has
but
both of his summoners up, so I'm not sure
it's
if
the
they can
MF
do
who can
anything
press
from
W.
that. Yeah, just run away.
yeah, it's the had
Bard
the flash
not
and barrier
using-
available as well.
I mean, Bard does not have his ultimate, so
Oh no,
there's
he's
no
level
way
4.
they could have engaged for that. Dead Corporal getting pulled in by the Mordekaiser there. I think Dead Corporal with his items should be dealing a lot of damage to
I
the mod.
don't think he can.
And Mordekaiser absolutely destroying Dead. I mean, yeah, Dead Corporal with the last few snips cuts down Mordekaiser with the damage. I think this is why they want to play Gwen, just for the dopamine of that 4-stack Q.
Yeah, but the Q from Mod missed, or that would have been a kill for the side of Manny in the top lane. He was definitely going to get a solo kill, misses the Q, so that ends up being the defining factor. And Copy again being in the right place at the right time, still 100% kill participation. Knocked up the Mordekaiser, who could not use his W to get the shield, and that's going to be another kill for the side of Jarvan, who is now sitting at 3-0 and 3, has the Eclipse completed, is going to get caught here, gets bashed up against the wall. The really nice cat of the week coming in, but look at that Galio ultimate going to save his jungler, who goes back in again. The Eclipse shield is up as well. Copy
Oh
still
my
surviving
god!
somehow.
shield!
Oh my
No
god.
way! Forcing Hammy to flash as well.
Oh no.
That is so bad for G2R. Let's have a replay of that. Copy living by the skin of his teeth, and these members absolutely styling on G2R over there, as both will try to buy some time and try to go for the execute, and they should be able to get that. But oh my god, just have a look at this.
Yeah, Copy just ulting the Syndra, goes back in again after using his flag, gets the auto W, and the Eclipse shield right there. Another W comes in, and then another Eclipse shield is going to come in right here when he auto attacks the Syndra. So many shields again and again on a blinking HP bar, and that was so well played from both of them, actually, from the side of uh, the Jarvan and the Galio, but it looks like both of them died there to the Skarner. So a huge shutdown for the side of Ninja Way, and he has his heart steal completed.
And looks like Copy is staying true with the previous game's form, and
He's just copied last game.
yeah, absolutely massive performance coming out. 8 out of 8 kill participation from him, and man, I think this guy should have just started off as a jungle main if he plays jungle at this level.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, but the dragon is now up. Let's see what happens. G2R do have the control in the river, have picked placed their vision ward right there. The Scuttle is roaming around as well. The dragon will get started. Jarvan has his ultimate, but the Galio does not. So maybe they decide to trade it for the grubs. As you can see, Copy is moving towards the top side of the map. So they are giving away this dragon. They are going to pick up the grubs instead. So that's going to be a trade. The taunt comes in. Great scatter the weak just to throw the Galio away, but he does not take a lot of damage. Of course, has his Hollow Radiance completed, so he is quite tanky, and with the Aftershock as well, just unkillable for now in the mid lane. And as it looks like Hammy is going to make a Malignance, which is very interesting. You don't really see that a lot on Syndra. It's usually the Blackfire Torch or the Luden's Tempest, but now has... Okay, he is going to change his build path right there. Picks the Hextech Alternator to make the Luden's Tempest. So that's going to delay his first item quite a lot, as Flash is burned, matched by Savage. Justice Punch comes in. A great suppression from the side of Ninja Way, who will unfortunately die even after taking the portal. In the top lane as well, there was a solo kill, as you can see, that Corporal burning his Ghost,
Copy
Ignite
was
and
there,
Ultimate.
yeah.
Oh no, he wasn't. He did not get the assist, but Copy did end up getting those grubs. Uses EQ Flash Ultimate onto one to death. Savage is here to help his jungler out, and that's going to be another death for Hammy.
10 out of 11 kill participation for Copy, just missing that in kill that we just had, and it's gonna be first turret being picked up. Well, not really. Dead Corporal deciding to not force for that. They really need to be careful though still, as if they lose a turret, they will lose the Feats of Strength just because of the first blood that they gave away, but I don't think any turrets in any lane are in danger for the side of KAKAO Gaming.
Yeah, 100%. Those are 5 grubs. And the feat stack as well on the line. For the side of KAKAO Gaming, never mind, for the side of G2R, actually, they need to pick up 2 epic monsters still to get that stack, but the turret in the bot side is down to 20% HP now, 40%, excuse me, and that will end up going down soon. The platings are going to disappear as the Skarner is in the top lane, pastes the Gwen against the wall, who is still very tanky, has the Nashor's complete. The Savage is going to come in with the heroic entrance, and this could be turned around, but never mind. Dead Corporal is going to go down. The shield will come for the side of Mordekaiser pretty soon. Misses his Q right there. Syndra is here to follow up.
Bye.
That's going to be a dead Savage as well, and that's going to be a 2-for-0 for the side of G2R, who are sort of finding their
Just
feet
give the
once
kill to
again.
Syndra, come on.
Yeah, that
This
should have been done for sure. But look at the fielding that's been put out from the side of KAKAO Gaming onto this poor Sivir. She's just going to die.
Seville is gonna just straight up die. Bard using the ultimate, trying to do as much as he can, but will unfortunately not be able to do so. The first turret now finally goes down at.
Oh, it goes down.
Red team, though, get it. They lose the race. And G2R are the ones to secure the feats of strength. So great presence of mind coming in there by G2R. They realize the top lane turret is the one with the least amount of HP. Just kill that corporal, get the turret. And now with the upgraded boots, might be an avenue for some sort of a comeback, because feats of strength do help out quite a bit.
Yeah, that was very close. Too close to comfort for the side of G2R, but they do end up getting the feats of strength. The Ryla is completed for the side of Manny on that Mordekaiser, as the ultimate was blown from the side of Dead Corporal to go onto the Syndra. But there
gets
you go,
caught
Ninja Way
again.
is here again. That's going to be another death for Dead Corporal, and that's the difference between Ninja Way and Hoka, right? Hoka prefers to farm a lot. Ninja Way playing these tanks does not really need a lot of econ for his champion to work. Is there right place, right time every time, and just doing so well. The hammer is going to get cancelled
by the ult from, I mean, the knock up from the Skarner. They take down Savage. So KAKAO Gaming losing a lot of fights in a short span of time. Lot of kills being picked up by G2R, by Love 2 with that love tap on that Misfortune, picks up 2 kills before going down. So getting something back in return, but a great string of plays coming in by G2R in the top lane, getting Dead Corporal multiple times, getting the turret, getting the feats of strength.
It's down to KAKAO Gaming, right? They are not respecting that Skarner could be ganking so much. I mean, look at the farm difference as well, 84 to 116. So the Skarner does not really care too much about his camps. Still does not have his jungle item completed, but it does not matter because he's there for the team and he's getting the kills for his team. So I think KAKAO Gaming should just take their foot off the gas for a bit, just scale up into the late game, where they do have this really fantastic wombo combo with the Galio, Jarvan, and the MF, and the super scaling Gwen, who is just going to murder this Mordekaiser onto the side lane. Again, objectives being traded. The dragon will be picked up from the side of KAKAO Gaming, and you can see the Rift Herald getting burned from the side of G2R. So this is a very close game. The goal lead is not that significant as well at this point. It's just a great game so far.
Yeah, it was looking like KAKAO Gaming's game in the beginning, as they were dominating throughout the map and they were getting these kills along with Copy wreaking havoc. But suddenly in the previous 5 minutes, since they got the feats of strength, I think they just gained a lot of confidence and they've been making a lot of great plays. They are getting these picks. Let's see if G2R can keep that tempo up and look to turtle a bit. Here comes another fight as Ninja Wave will miss his stun in dramatic fashion onto the turret. Mid lane turret being picked up by the side of KAKAO Gaming, and that opens up a lot of map space for these players to set up traps. 18 minutes into the game, 14 kills to 10, 2 turrets to 1 for the side of KAKAO Gaming. KAKAO Gaming still sitting at almost 4,000 goal lead. Rift Herald being spawned, Copy flashing onto the backline with the Galio. Here comes the wombo combo, but the Bard ultimate, as we predicted, is there to save. But how long is that gonna last? As soon as the stasis falls, there are the members of G2R absolutely getting annihilated in the background. That was so beautiful to watch. So it's a 4-for-1 at the end of the day. Love 2 does go down because he got doped, but what a wombo coming in by KAKAO Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, Copy again just having such a great game. Comes in, get both the carries, Syndra and Sivir in that Cataclysm. Both of them did not have flashes up, so they could not get away. The Bard did ult, but I think it was just a little too late. And just look at this combo once again.
Copy just got to walk in the middle of 3 members of G2R. Like Bard CC didn't come through, Mordekaiser CC didn't come through. I mean, the ultimate from Skarner didn't come through. They didn't predict that that is a possibility to stop the Jarvan at least from reaching the backline. And as soon as the Jarvan reached, the Galio followed up with the Misfortune ultimate and then GG.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that was the game-changing team fight as well. You can see the goal lead has erupted now. 2 items completed for almost all the members, except for Copy, who is now going to make his 3rd item pretty soon. Has gotten the Hex Drinker for himself right there, along with the Sundered Sky and Eclipse, even the Merc Threads for good measures. You did say that team who gets the feats has a 70% win rate. Now, this is looking like the other 30% of those games
Yeah.
for the side of G2R, because they are really, really struggling to find their feet in this game.
They're struggling. I mean, they did have a few good picks, but now here we are for the Artakan Brawl. Is the ruinous one, so they will get that extra XP with the Rose Petals. G2 are having more members here, but neither of the teams want to flip it and start. I think KKG will be the ones to start it and try to bait a team fight at least if they want to, as all of the cooldowns are available for both the teams. Summoner spells on the AD carries, check on Savage, check on the mid lanes as well. Love to get caught out in the mid lane, finds himself in the death realm against the Mordekaiser. It's gonna be and now Galio will come in. Love2 does go down as Galio finds himself in the middle of the carries of G2R. Now in the top lane, a big fight breaking down as they take down the Syndra. Savage about to fall as well, so cross map plays coming on, but KAKAO Gaming losing 3 members, and let's see if they can minimize their losses now, make it 2 loss for the side of G2R as Copy's flag and drag unfortunately is gonna miss. Bard surviving with the skin of his teeth. G2R running it down mid lane. The Poppy is gonna use the Rift Herald recall to the boots recall, sorry, to get back into the base, but still lot of damage being done by G2R into this mid lane.
Yeah, it's such a scuffed team fight, but Love2 can never afford to get caught by that Mordekaiser, or he's going to end up dying, and that's exactly what happened there. But a fight in 2 fronts, and to both the sides, G2 are getting the advantage, getting 2 kills towards that top side, and in the mid lane again 2 kills onto the carries as well, in Savage and Love2. So that was a great fight coming in for the side of G2R, who now draw their attention towards this Atakan, which is still standing there, has been standing there for the last 2 minutes. Dead Corporal does not have TP available, and this is where it's going to make the difference. So I really don't think KAKAO Gaming should try to contest this. But
Sivir?
a very poor positioning from the side of Sivir.
Just walking up from the other side, just take the longer route. What do you think? You're invincible as Sivir will throw away her life for essentially nothing, but that is not deterring G2R from keeping the Atakan aggroed, as Atakan is sitting at half HP. Dead Corporal doing massive work in the bot lane, gets the tier 2 turret for himself. Atakan finally about to reset and regenerate some of his HP as he has disappeared near the Baron pit. Sitting at 8000 HP now, KAKAO Gaming have started doing that. Teleport now being channeled by the side of the Mordekaiser. Now they have 4 members here in the pit. Copy might look for a flag and drag steal, but the Mordekaiser is there to make sure that does not happen. Takes him to the
Death
realm as well, and Blood Roses are there for the pickings as G2R get a massive team fight victory. Galio just respawned in the bush there, nobody noticing him, and I think that's a pretty significant pickup by G2R as the Artakan does provide a lot of comeback potential. I think they make up most of the XP that they were lost, and so some places like Hammy, he is having more levels compared to the Galio as well. And I think now the game certainly has become a lot more closer than it was. 45,000 to 42,000 gold at 24 minutes, so only a 3,000 gold deficit at this point. G2R, the feats of strength boots about to start coming in, as well as they have completed the 2 items. With the Atakan picked up the bloody petals, the adaptive force that they get, and the experience that they just got, and I think G2R should be feeling pretty confident, and they can bring the series back.
Yeah, they definitely can bring the series back, but they need to, you know, capitalize on the mistakes that are being made from the side of KKG, who were so ahead, but they have not been able to extend this gold lead further. And of course, as I pointed out earlier as well, that Corporal does not have the TP available to him, so that is, I think, a big mistake from his side to pick up that TP. And I mean, it turned out to be a big mistake, of course, because he got killed for the first blood as well. Sure, you can kill the Mordekaiser in the side lane, but Mordekaiser does not even need to engage with that champion anymore. You can just clear the waves and just be happy. If the Barons get started, Mordekaiser will be there first to answer. So I think that's the biggest difference maker. As you can see, towards the top side, when the Atakan was spawning as well, he was not able to join the fight. And yeah, just waiting for either of these teams to start that Baron now. As the other objectives are not up, the Cloud Drake is going to come up, but that's going to be another 3 minutes and just a lull state now.
KAKAO Gaming is sitting on the soul point as well. The Baron is up on the Rift. 21 kills to 16 at 25 minutes. Now the game at a very delicate stage, as both the teams definitely have their footings, and looks like we have to wait for the Baron objective to come in to decide the game. Savage will take down the outer tier turret in the top lane. Stylizard coming in from the flank will find Hammy. Will get the slow in. The stun does not connect, unfortunately.
Oh,
Use the
Hammy's
exhaust.
dead.
Uses the ultimate, allowing Copy to fly in from the side using the cataclysm.
I think
Hammy not
that was the
being-
kill. That was the kill that Kakao needed to start this Baron.
Hammy not being able to use his flash as well, could not react to Copy coming in. The flag and drag connects, the ultimate connects. Now their mid laner is down for 30 seconds. They have members on the top side. The Baron is up on the match, flashing forward with the EQ to get the combination onto the Sivir, and that will make sure the carries are dead from the side of G2R. What a massive play coming in by this Jarvan. Now here comes the side of G2R, but they're only 3 members strong without their carries. There is no way
that's
you
game.
think you can fight them in this situation, as they are about to get cleaned up. Mordekaiser trying to take down one member with him, but was not able to do that as well. With the dead timers running from 39 seconds to 45 seconds, KAKAO Gaming with the wave coming in. Hammy by against the world to save this game and map for G2R. The wave comes in, first Nexus turret about to fall. Galio ultimate being used because why not? Flash out from Love 2 will get the damage to take down Hammy by. The Nexus turret falls, and KAKAO Gaming are gonna be the 1-2-0 clean sweep the side of G2R. Game definitely was closer compared to the first one, but great pickup in the top side when they pick up Hammy by an absolute massive engage coming in by Copy with the EQ flash onto the Sivir. Secures the deal, did not even need the Baron for that, and KAKAO Gaming looking very, very scary.
Yeah, and again, Copy playing like a man possessed. I thought he played great in that game one, but this was even better on the Jarvan, especially the team fight. Well, the 2v2 skirmish around the mid lane, which they ended up winning. I think Copy just again showing up really big. Highest kills for his team, highest assists for his team, second lowest deaths for his team. So this guy just wreaking havoc, and G2 are not finding answers even after swapping their jungler. So 2 different junglers faced Copy, and both of them got the same result, and that was the defeat screen at the end of the game. But yeah, that's going to be series, and again it's going to be KAKAO Gaming in the grand finals against Asterisk. We have seen this way too many times, but this time it does feel a little bit different because of Copy and his gameplay.
Yeah, definitely Copy coming in, debuting as the jungler, and boy, absolutely dominating his opposition. Let's have a look at how he did that in this game, in the Nexus knockout moments as well. From the get-go, game was pretty shaky. Dead Corporal, I mean, he did not have the greatest starts to the game, and I believe this game was this close in the mid-series at least, just because Dead Corporal was not ahead, as he had quite a few hiccups, did get camped quite a bit as well. So you see 0-0 by the end of 6 minutes, and him being behind generally means KAKAO Gaming is struggling, but now they have a Copy to secure these kinds of fights for them as well. Man, I mean, look at this clutch team fight coming in by Copy over there. They get the 2 kills for themselves, so many shields coming in, and that would feel good. Such a huge confidence booster there, as G2R had their moments as well. I mean, they got the feats of strength, and I think in the coming replays we'll see those string of plays in the top side, I think, where G2R picked up a few kills for themselves in a row, and that's really where it was looking like G2R has some opportunity to come back. They got the Atakan as well, but then again, great plays coming in the top side by KAKAO Gaming to get those all important picks onto the carries and just finish off the game.
Yeah, and there were a lot of fights that could have gone either way, right? This fight, G2R do end up winning. The Love to ends up dying as well, I believe here, but he gets a double kill before doing so. So these sort of small but really significant affairs played a big part in this game. I think G2R did what they could, but Copy
combo,
finding this engage, getting the 2-man ultimate onto the carries. The Bard ultimate was too late.
This is so illegal for the Javan to just right click on top of your black line.
Yeah,
he didn't
it
even
really
have
is.
to flag and drag. He just right clicked, flashed, and ulted, and nobody did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Bard and Skarner were taking pictures while he was doing that.
They paid for that.
That's exactly what happened.
This is where G2R did get the Atakan, and it was finally looking like they might have a chance. They did get back into the XP range at least, but hey, I'm sad we missed the Copy engage, the flash followed from the EQ onto the Sivir. This was the moment before the end of the game. Both the carries are down. I don't know why G2R started to fight in the jungle as well. I think they should have just been in the turret, Nexus turrets, and they could have lost the inhibitor and waited for Hamibai to respawn, and all of that is in hindsight. There's no reason for the 3 members, the jungle, top laner and support, to try to fight that with the mid laner and AD carry down. That just meant they had a staggered respawn. Hamibai was not gonna stop 4 members all by himself. That allows KAKAO Gaming to take down G2R 27 minutes and 40 seconds. There were a few hiccups. It was, I won't say it was up and down. It was up and more like plateaued for KAKAO Gaming in the mid game.
Yeah.
But they were still quite ahead, and they are looking very, very strong coming into the grand finals.
Yeah, it felt like it was a close game, but as you can see, game 2 even faster than the game 1 for the side of KAKAO Gaming, 27 minutes and 40 seconds. The turret difference 8-3. The goal difference wasn't as big as the first game. Bloody Petals, not surprisingly, since they did get the Atakan onto the side of G2R, the Rift Herald as well, could not make use of it at all though. And yeah, this was the story of the game. This KAKAO Gaming really looked good, and Copy especially has looked fantastic today.
Copy just rejuvenating as a player as soon as he swapped to jungle. Let's have a look at the MVP while we are on the topic of his jungling. And boy, this man comes in jungle debut 2-0 series, 2 MVP performances, and it wasn't even close. It's not like we could have given it to anyone else. Copy being the star of his team, absolutely taking over the entire map. And I think was KAKAO Gaming missing this one factor to be finally able to, overcome the final hurdle? Where I'm just so excited to see the best of 5 between KAKAO Gaming and Asterix tomorrow. Before that, we do have to bid farewell to G2R, as they will be securing the 3rd place prize in this tournament. They will be taking away 40,000 INR. Still a pretty good result for them. I mean, if there's just Asterix and KAKAO Gaming on top of you, ahead of you, there's no shame in that, as they have been playing in the region for much longer, and they have been in the scene for much longer compared to G2R. G2R still doing so fantastic in all of the other tournaments as well, and well played to them. Let's see what they bring for us in the following community clashes, as we have a look for the top 5 summoners just before the grand final of the tournament.
Yeah, let's see if Akshat is still there. Yeah, there you go. He's still there at number 5. All 4 players that stand in front of him, well above him in the ladder, are gone from the tournament. So it's very
you can
lonely
expect Akshat to get 10 kills
sure.
in a best of 5 series.
Yeah, I think he might get in game 1 itself of tomorrow's series. We have seen KAKAO Gaming versus Asterisk before, and it's a bloody battle throughout. A lot of solo kills flying around everywhere. So that's the sort of game that we expect. But yeah, for now, Catbot, just the only person still alive in this tournament, while the other 4 have been eliminated, unfortunately. And yeah, this is subject to change. So tomorrow we will have the final ladder as well, and I think that will make up a lot of difference. The new faces will come in for sure. Of course, we expect Black Infinity to show up in the top 5 ladder somewhere as well.
Yeah, Black Infinity is hovering around somewhere. I mean, of course, the Asterix played fewer games compared to the other one. But still, all of these members should be feeling good. They have their names on to the top 5 leaderboard. That's gonna be it for the lower bracket finals. The grand finals is set up. The El Clasico and the rematch of the upper bracket final Copy was missing from the upper bracket final that time, and Asterix just absolutely dominated KAKAO Gaming. Both the games were like 25 minutes victories for the side of Asterix. It was not looking close at all, but now KAKAO Gaming looking like a different team altogether, with Copy coming in the jungle, absolutely terrorizing his opposition. Let's see if that is what that was the element X that they were missing, and tomorrow it's all gonna unfold. Make sure that you are here. We'll be here by 5 p.m. Best of 5 series, playing for 1.5 lakh rupees, guys. You guys don't want to be missing that. Make sure you follow us on the Discord channel. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel with the notification bell rang, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for the grand finals of the Esports Club Community Clash.
From the broken in the fire, through the ashes we will climb. The dust will settle